Shalom, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone, citation you can teach all truth and sincerity. Uh, this video is basically gonna be called "A Jealous Woman is Wicked." Um, this video or this topic came to mind because I was on Instagram and there was this woman. I'm not gonna mention her name. She looked like a confusion of face, or Salaki, a speckled bird. Basically, she looked like a Moabite or Ammonite woman. But I know she's a nigga woman in the spirit. I know she's a nigga woman in the spirit. So Salaki for saying confusion of face, but she looks like a Moabite or Ammonite woman, but she's a nigga woman in the spirit, and she definitely is a nigga woman in the spirit. And I did claim her, but the thing is, her man, who's a Jake, her man's Jake. She has children by Jake, but her man is Jake, and her man basically so called cheated on her with one of her friends, which is, you know, I guess against her girl code, because she was asking this particular friend if her man, you know, was making passes at her particular friend, and the friend that didn't tell this woman that the woman that asked her, the particular friend didn't tell her that her man was making passes at at the friend. So the lady that basically was asking this girl, "Is my man making passes at you?" And the girl never told her, and the girl that never told her was sleeping with her man on the low. And then the lady that got jealous, she found out, kicked her man out the house, and told her man he already lost his family. And I'm looking at this lady like, which I still claim her. I was looking at her like, you gonna get rid of him and tell him he lost his family, so you gonna keep the kids away from him, and just because he slept with your friend. But my thing is, if this lady that I'm talking about was in a righteous mind, you would have been all right with him sleeping with her. You wouldn't have had no problem. Because maybe your friend ain't got no man. That's why she has to sleep with him. She ain't got no man. She sees your man, and she sees somebody who possibly is a man. Like honestly, a woman wants a man, and if a woman don't want a man, then she's either doing some or she's not interested at that time. But either way, it's not trying to go off topic, but the point is, the one I'm talking about, she got jealous, and she, you know, got so-called got cheated on, and she felt some type of way about it, and she kicked him out, which I thought was wicked, because why you gonna kick him out? You should have stayed with him and kept your family together. That way you wouldn't be out here thotting around, you know, all provocative, trying to look for a man. And you still have your man that he probably would still be with you, even though he's dealing with your the friend, the so-called friend you had. But anyway, this is Ecclesiasticus 26:6. It says, "But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman." And basically, that girl that I'm talking about, she wanted to fight the girl that slept with her ex, and you know felt like she was being shady, or fake, when she so called said happy birthday to her and stuff. It's just a lot of drama over sleeping with the guy that she had kids with. And that's a jealous thing. You jealous, or you feel some type of way because he slept with her. But it's not about the whole thing about a guy dealing with another woman. It's not about his significant first woman. It's about if he feel like he can do it, or he wants to deal with another woman, he can. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with dealing with another woman. You know, even though that we're not in our kingdom, and having multiple wives is not wise in this society, but still, it's nothing wrong with it. Especially if the woman ain't have no man. If the woman ain't got no man, there's nothing wrong with it. If a woman has a man and you deal with her, that's adultery. But if a woman ain't got no man and you deal with her and you have a woman already, you're not committing any sin. That's just another woman you have to deal with. And if she's an Israelite woman and you deal with her, and she never had a man, or she ain't got no man at that time, or her man died and you deal with her after her man died, that's a second wife. And if you already have an Israelite wife at first and you deal with another Israelite woman, that's like a second wife. But anyway, but it's basically a grief of heart, a grief and sorrow, and it's just it's just wicked for a woman to be jealous over another woman. It says a scourge of the tongue, which communeth with all. So it's like it's just a grievous thing. It's grievous in the mind because your woman's jealous over like these nigga women. When they have a man, they get sometimes tense, and if their man is talking to another woman behind their back, they think he cheating, and then that gives them the green light to go thought around, and then they blame him for them thotting around. But you just wanted to go and thought around. You just blaming his transgression against you as an excuse to go thought around, which is wicked. That's a wicked thing and an excuse. And I'm gonna get this is Exodus 21 and verse 10, because I made a point saying a man can have two wives or more. He can have multiple wives. It's just not wise in this society. But you can have multiple wives, but it's not wise. In this society, having one woman is enough. Having multiple women is a headache. But if you end up being, like it said, polyamorous, having multiple women, just do it in discretion, and don't do it. Don't go overboard. But in this society, it's just not conducive to this time. And we're not in the kingdom yet. But anyway, it says Exodus 21:10. It says, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So if you take another wife, you gotta make sure she's fed. You gotta make sure she's clothed. You can't diminish, the duty of marriage, and sex is marriage. So you gotta have sex with her. You gotta make sure that you take care of the woman that you get. If she's an Israelite woman, you gotta make sure you and her are able to you're able to provide for her, and you're able to give her sex. You're not supposed to diminish that. you know. And if she's a heathen, you don't have to take care of the heathen woman. Mostly the heathen women in this society, they have money. They can take care of themselves. You can, make a heathen woman a friends with benefits, just concubine status. But the Israelite woman is different. If you deal with the Israelite woman, you got to deal with her according to as a wife, possibly. And if you don't want to, you deal with her as a wife, you can just get heathens, instead. But anyway, but it says, verse 11, if he do not these three things unto her, then shall she go out free without money. So if an Israelite man don't do those three things for his wife, or he doesn't provide or give her sex, she can go out free without money. I'm gonna go. And plus, these women, they rather, Slocky. These women should be more in a servant type of environment, um, a servant type of mind state when it comes to men. But these women are not. They think in this society, Esau puts these women on a pedestal. So if you go and get you another woman while you're in a relationship with that particular woman, she'll get mad that you're dealing with, this woman over here that's single before she met you, and she'll consider you cheating. But that's not cheating. That's not. You're just dealing with a woman that ain't had no man. You know, you deal. That's not cheating. And if um and and I was gonna get the Genesis that talks about um I was gonna get the Genesis talk about Genesis 3:16. It talks about that desire. Us Genesis 3:16, it says, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, and sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, he shall rule over thee." And um, another point I wanted to make with this scripture, the reason why I brought it out is because these women, the word female means servant. Um, that curse fell upon all women, especially the Israelite woman. You're supposed to be in servitude towards your own husband, and and your own husband is supposed to rule over you. In this society, these women don't want to be in servitude to their own husband. They want to ride the cop carousel. They want to make excuses for you stepping out on them and to go thot around. And that, and the reason why I brought up out this is because that woman didn't have this mind state of being a servant, being a dutiful wife to her man. After he stepped on her, she decided to break up with him, to get rid of him, and to go and thot around. And she's thotting around right now, from country to country, exposing herself provocatively, and not not being shameless, not being chaste, not being quiet. She's being all outlandish everywhere, because he went off and did what he did, but he didn't do something that was wicked, because the lady that he did it with was single, and she wasn't bad looking either. She actually was not I would say she wasn't shameless either, but still he didn't do anything I would say too wrong, because the lady that he dealt with was single, at the time. But I'm gonna go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 22. This is actually, I'm gonna go to First Kings, then I'll go to that one. Cause First Kings, cause most women, like that woman I'm talking about, she wouldn't do this. And this one, the brother in my camp, he always goes to this scripture, cause these women of today wouldn't do this. I'm gonna start at verse 11, cause I'm gonna get to the point. This is 1 Kings 1:11. It says, "Wherefore Nathan spake unto Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, saying, Hast thou not heard that Adonijah, the king of Haggith, doeth reign, and David our Lord knoweth it not?" It says, verse 12, "Now therefore let me, I pray thee, give thee counsel, that thou mayest save thy own life in the life of thy son. And this is Nathan the prophet talking to Bathsheba about the Solomon being on the throne, about getting King David to tell them that he wants Solomon to sit on his throne after his death, after King David passes away. Um, um, it says, verse 13, go and get thee in unto King David, and say unto him, didst not thou, my lord, O king, swear unto thy handmaid, saying, assuredly Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon my throne. Why then doest Adonijah reign? It says, behold, while thou yet talkest there with the king, I also will come in after thee, and confirm thy words. And Bathsheba went unto the king, unto the chamber, and the king was very old. And Abishag, so King David is sitting in his bed, in his room, and Bathsheba, his wife, the wife that his wife, Bathsheba, his wife, comes in King David's room. King David's old, about to die, and the King David's the men in King David's court got him a young virgin to come in and you basically give to be on King David's bed, probably shaking her rump shaker, shaking her behind in front of him while he's on the bed. She's nuzzled up to King David on the bed while his wife walks into the room. But I'm gonna read again. It says, this is 1 Kings 1:15. Bathsheba went unto the king in the chamber. So we're in King David's chamber. She's walking in, and the king was very old. And Abishag the Shunammite ministered unto the king. So there's a woman on the bed ministering, shaking her rump shaker on King David's lap while his wife walks in. And Bathsheba bowed. So Bathsheba, his wife, bowed to King David and did obeisance unto the king. So she bowed in full obedience to the King David while he's on the bed with another woman. What woman would do that? None of these new age nigga women ain't gonna do that. None of these new age nigga women gonna do that. They ain't. They gonna look at the nigga on the bed with the woman, with a woman that's not them, and they gonna kill her and mess him up right there while he's on the bed with the woman. And some women get so enraged and jealous, they'll burn down the house with him in it because he's with another woman. I seen that, and it's happened in real life and on television. And it's ridiculous when you could just be happy that your man found somebody else and just deal with it and not throw a fit, but you rather start conflict and drama just because he dealing with another woman. And it makes no purpose. It makes no sense. It says obeisance unto the king, and the king said, what wouldest thou? And she said unto him, my lord, thou swearest by Yahweh thy power unto thy handmaid, saying, assuredly Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon my throne. And that's it where I wanted to go. But Bathsheba, the point was Bathsheba bowed and was obedient and didn't say, oh, she didn't get dramatic because she saw King David with another woman. She been seen that. King David had many concubines, many wives. So she's been seeing that. So, and plus, of that time, women weren't like that. They knew. They knew the deal. They knew men dealt with multiple women. Of this time, these women of this day, they on a pedestal, and they believe their man can only deal with them, only will have eyes for them. And that's crazy. That's really crazy. I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 36, and 22. And this is the last scripture. I'm going to say, and it says, the beauty of a woman cherisheth the countenance of a man, and love nothing better. So basically, the beautiness of women, which so the beautiness of a woman, the beauty of a woman cherisheth the countenance of, and a man love no better. So the beauty, the a beautiful woman makes a man, like it says, beauty is fleeting. A man loves a beautiful woman, but more beauty is more skin deep. You know, a man can deal with a woman that's kind of ugly, but her spirit is humble. Her spirit is pleasant. Her spirit is more is way pleasant than any woman that looks like Halle Berry. It looks like Beyonce. Like it looks like a 10. Like that's like a woman's humble spirit, a humble woman, humble spirit woman is more beautiful than a woman that looks like a 10, it looks like a dime piece. Like honestly, a woman that's beautiful and has it all together with her looks, sometimes is not, her spirit is off. Her spirit is totally off. She's very vindictive sometimes and just off, you know, and is jealous if a man has another woman. But if a woman that's humble and knows the deal and you know has a beautiful spirit inside, she won't mind her man dealing with another woman. You know, she won't mind. She'll be happy. But you can't. Sometimes you can't even hardly find a humble woman, a woman that will understand that her man wants another woman. You know, and sometimes that woman, she'll. I'll give you an example. That woman that's humble, and that woman that has that understanding, she'll pick a woman out for that man, or she'll pick a woman out even if she's about to pass away. She'll find a woman for her man because she know her man needs a woman, and she'll find a woman for him, and he won't have to look for one. You know. So I'm in right here. I'm gonna say all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Karkadosh, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, citation, Akim teach all truth, sincerity, and shalom.